What up, guys? Happy Monday. World tour was over the weekend. There was 18, including myself, and guests that attended our world tour. Heather is going to her world tour. That is, I always struggle with that. Hers is this weekend. Hers is one of the last ones. Orlando, Portland. I feel like one more are the last ones. So we had a great world tour. We were able to see all of the brand new products for the catalog, smell the spring bricks that are coming. We learned about new products that were coming for March, April, May, and June. No, I'm not going to tell you. It's a perk of being able to go to World Tour. You'll find out on the news tab when they let you guys know. We saw the Mother's Day collection, smell the Mother's Day scents. Father's Day collection, smell the Father's Day scents. We saw the summer collection. We were able to smell the summer collection scents. So going to these events is a big deal. And I understand that time, location, things like that do not work out for everybody. I totally understand that. World Tour was in many, many, many locations. So there was probably a location that you could have went to and different dates and times and stuff like that. I think anybody who went to World Tour would be able to tell you the same thing that I'm going to say is that it changed. It's different. It's very, very different when you go to these events because there's an energy in the room, and if you're paying attention during World Tour, there's an energy and there's speakers and home office and all of the people in it, and if you listen and you pay attention and you really digest the information that's being given to you, it can change not only your business, but as corny as it sounds, it can change your life because things that you do in your normal life, routines and things like that, can translate into your business and vice versa. So it's not just something to help your business, it can actually help you in your personal life. Corny, I know. So, and the saying is, those who show up go up. And what they mean by that is those who show up in their VIP group, who show up in this team page consistently, who show up in training and personal development and show up to these events because you're doing the things that you need to do, right? You're showing up. You're going to continue to go up in this business at your speed, not my speed, not somebody else's speed, at your speed. But it's like any other job. If you treat it like a job, be it a part-time job, be it a super duper part-time job, any job requires training, right? Okay, if you're a bank teller, you don't just walk in the door. You're like, hey, I'm a bank teller and today I'm working. You have to learn the system and you have to train, and new things happen and you have to learn about them, right? This is the same thing. New things are happening, ideas and ways and marketing and all of the things. And if you're not actively participating in that education, you're not going to get anywhere. You're going to be stuck. You're always going to feel behind because you didn't take the time to learn it. You know what I mean? So that happened this weekend, World Tour, and Heather's got hers this coming weekend, which is very exciting. Today we had the Star Wars relaunch. I think it went pretty smoothly. I knew the Buddy Clip would sell out really, really fast, but I know Stacy didn't get her clips. Stacy, if you watch this, tell me how many you needed. I know I grabbed extra for my fundraiser, but I don't remember how many extra I grabbed. Like, I don't know if I grabbed 1 or 2 or 3. I truly don't know, but I can count. So let me know how many you need, and then I can see if I can help you any. That's about all that happened today. Was Star Wars launch. So, what I want to talk to you today, we went through all the transition stuff, your discontinued report, your, contacting them, the breaking down the discontinued list. We talked about that. Reaching out to people and letting them know that this is leaving or that is leaving and the importance of that. We talked about that. We talked about how, not to just verbal vomit on people and not to just dump the whole entire catalog on people yet, right? So the month's over, right? The month is pretty much over. You should be at the point where you're focused on March now, okay? That should always be your goal. Never, ever, 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 ever wait till this last week of the month. You should be done with your month, hitting all of your sales goals by like the 3rd week of the month. And then that last week of the month, you truly need to be working on focusing on the next part of the month, because that's how you get ahead. Otherwise, you're always struggling behind, right? So one of the ways that I'm getting ready this week for the new catalog is my mailers, and they're huge to my customers. I've already gotten requests from, are you going to do it? Are you going to do this? Are you going to do that again? Are you going to do the things? I've been doing it this way since I'm thinking the spring and summer of 2017 catalog switch. I think this is when I started doing it, and I've never missed a month. I've never skipped a month, and I've always done it this way. So what some people do, I got stuff sitting behind me. What some people do to their catalog, let me grab a catalog, is you don't have to. You by no means have to do this. Some consultants do, some consultants don't. Is it helpful? Is it not helpful? It truly depends on your customers, I personally think. Let me get my camera. Hold on. It's been nice having a home day today after such a crazy weekend, because being gone all day Saturday and then Sunday was catch-up day. So what some consultants will do is they're going to make a catalog front, like a whole entire piece of paper that fits over the front, and it's going to list their favorite things on it. Or make sure you look at this on this page, and it's going to refer to a page on the inside. Again, you don't have to do that. Only if you want to. Only if you have time. If you don't have time, don't do it. Okay? I've heard some consultants say it's very, very helpful for their customers to see what they love. I've heard some consultants say I've never heard anything about mine, so whatever you want to do, all right? What I do is I make a rack card, because I can get 3 on a piece of paper, and mine is called Welcome to the Spring and Summer Catalog Snapshots of My Favorite. That's kind of my theme for the summer. It's like Polaroid pictures. It's kind of hard to see on here, but if you can tell, like, that's a Polaroid, that's a Polaroid, that's a Polaroid. Those are all Polaroid pictures of my favorite items that I want to highlight from the catalog. So I have, and then I did like the little writing on the bottom of the Polaroid. I'm corny, I know. I do my personal 6-pack of bars over here. Now, do not think that you have to do all new scents. You don't have to. Last year I did it, well, for the fall and winter, I did it where everybody in my family picked out scents. So this was my favorite, Jeremy's favorite, Casey had 2, and then Tyler's favorite. I did it that way. I didn't want to deal with that this year. My family moans and groans when I tell them it's time for them to pick out their favorite scents, and I just didn't want to hear it. So, because they're just like, whatever, they don't really care. So I picked out my 6-pack on the side. I have my things in the catalog that I look forward to, that I'm excited about. All right. And then on the back is my sticker sheet. No, there are not names to the scents. No, there are not descriptions. Do you need that? 100% up to you, however you want to do it. There are many different versions of a sticker sheet out there, and I have done many versions of this sticker sheet. There are some that are still a rack card, so you get the 3 to a page, or it's going to be the front and the back. It's going to list the scent. It's going to list the scent description. You're going to put each sticker with the scent description. Like there's those out there. There's half sheets. Since he created a half sheet one, I don't like to fold. Plain and simple. It's literally the reason I don't use a half sheet. I don't like to fold it to fit into an envelope. Call it lazy, call it whatever you want, but that's the facts. I don't want to fold it. So I do mine like this. Do you need to have the scent names? I don't think you do, because the scent names are on all of the stickers. Okay. Do you need to have the scent description? I do not think you do, just because I want them to message me. I want them to have a communication with me. Oh my gosh, what is in the scent? And we can go that way. Again, 100% whatever you want to do. All right. You do not have to do any of this. I'm just telling you what I do. Okay. Instead of having a catalog front of my favorites, I have the rack card, and then I stick it in the catalog. I literally just shove it in there like that. And when I hand out catalogs, they're going to get the catalog, and they're going to get my favorites with the stickers on the back. All right. Also in my catalogs, again, none of this has to be done. It will work for some, it won't work for others. Time is another factor. I literally just sit and do this while I'm watching TV. My husband works second shift, 2 to 10. So I'm home in the evenings by myself. My kids are teenagers, so they're upstairs in the room. They don't need me except to drive them places. So I just watch TV and do that. On the front, it says this catalog smells. It is full of rub and smell stickers. Can you find them all? Okay. And then there are 0 rhyme or reason. There's 0 planning. Nothing. The stickers that I stick in this catalog are scents from past catalogs that I've kept, all right? So, for instance, Make a Splash. Make a Splash was in last spring and summer's catalog. I still had stickers. There's a sticker in there. Blue Sage and Tonka. That was a fall and winter set, this current catalog right now. So you should have Blue Sage and Tonka stickers if you got them for the catalog. If you do, stick it in here. You already have them, right? That's why I say don't ever throw away those stickers, because you never know when they're going to come back and they can be used. So my catalog has stickers randomly placed in the catalog of scents that have returned. Appealing Apple, that was in this catalog last year, so I still have the stickers. Again, there is 0 rhyme or reason. I truly just open the catalog and stick stickers in places. Like Blue Sage and Tonka, it's up there. They are not on any specific pages except for the clean and laundry and body. And I was going to say, I thought I did. So Vanilla Waves is in the body, right? But it is not in a bar. So that's why it is on the body section. Magnolia Linen, laundry. Granted, it's in a bar, but still, laundry. I want them to be able to smell that. Make a Splash. Right there in the clean line. So only certain scents do I stick in specific places. Otherwise, it's random. I also, Yasha showed us her little sticker. It looks, I think she stuck it like right around in there. It had a QR code on it. So they go to her join page and talks about the different join kits. She put it there. That's where her little QR code is. I put my join postcard. I stick it with washi tape. Why? It's more colorful than that. Ain't nobody paying attention to that chart. Nobody is. But this, and it's thicker, people are going to pay attention to it. What is that? I'm going to pull that out. I'm going to look at that. So I stick my join card in my catalogs. Again, nothing you have to do. And then the back, I have a thank you for looking. What does it say? Thank you for looking. If you have any questions, want to learn how to get your wish list for free, or learn how to get at least 20% cash back on your purchases, shout XOXO Amber G, and then the QR code goes to my PWS. That's what I do to get my catalogs ready. Who gets catalogs? Hosts get catalogs. My monthly box people will get catalogs in their January, March box. So 16 or so, 16, 18, however many boxes I get. They will get, what is in my pond? I don't know. They will get a catalog. And then I always leave back like 15 to 20 catalogs. And those are for host. Host will get at least 2 catalogs in their box. My thought is one for them to hand out. And then sometimes I will put them in orders that I deliver. I have a lot of bulk orders, like I put in orders and then I deliver them. A lot of times I will stick a catalog in one of those orders if they're not a monthly box person. I'm going back and forth on whether if I'm going to ship catalogs. That is 100% to you. You're going to be about $2 to $4 depending on how you ship it, where you ship it, all of the things. So you need to decide. My opinion on this is, if you are going to ship a catalog, add extra stuff. If you were going to pay the $3 to $4 to ship the catalog, add some samples in it. Add, some Fiji flower washer whiff samples. Add a Just Breathe body wash sample. Add some wax samples if you can. Go ahead. You're already paying shipping. Add some stuff to it. Shipping just this is kind of boring, right? But if you send them this and some new things, like a circle in one of the new scents, a dryer disc, take the Fiji flower dryer disc that you got in your sales kit. And if you didn't get your sales kit, I don't, you'll just have to buy it on the first. Take the dryer disc, open the box, You have 2 discs in them that are completely sealed. Rip them apart and use those as samples. You can't charge for them because you've now taken that product and broken it into 2 pieces. Smack a label on it that says, here is a sample of the new Fiji Flower laundry line, dryer disc. Pop it in there. It's not going to add that much weight, right? You're already paying for shipping. Add something else to it to make it a little bit more oomph, right? So that's how I get my catalogs ready. Then my monthly mailer, I send out a monthly mailer every single month without excuse. And when I say that, I mean that. I have had the death of my father-in-law. I have had the death of my husband's grandparents 1 month after another. I have had my son hospitalized. I've had my husband hospitalized. I have had kids in surgery up in Cleveland, and I'm all the way down in Cincinnati. I've had COVID where I practically died. Like, and I'm not exaggerating. If you know anybody who knew me when I had COVID, there are legit 3 to 4 days that I have zero recollection of. Okay? No excuse. My mailers were out on time. They were out on time. No excuses. Okay? I send a monthly mailer. So in my monthly mailer, I always have a rack card because I can print 3 of them. The front of it is always something about the scent and warmer of the month. So that's the top. Scent and warmer of the month. Right? The Hoppy Easter talks about a little blip about it. The bottom is the Easter collection. You know when it drops. We already have that information. Easter collection drops on the 6th. Flip over to see the goods. And if you need on the pre-order list, shout at me before the 6th. I'm grabbing that mini because that's a fact. So then on this side of my monthly mailer, I have my fundraiser link up here. And then the Easter stuff. There's a picture out there that's got Rosalina and the gnome and the mini. So 2 pictures. The pictures of the bars. The scent descriptions. QR code to my landing page. It has all the links, and then a little blip. Ask me about how to earn 20% commission on all of your purchases. Boom. So that's my monthly mailer. I'm getting them the information about the scent warmer of the month. I'm getting them information about the Easter collection, right? Then I'm going to send them this. New catalog snapshot. All 10 new scents. Yes. Do wax samples do better? Yes. I don't want to send 10 wax. I don't have the time. I don't have the patience. I just don't. And I want all 10 new scents in their hand before the 1st because I want them to message me and want to order. It's plain and simple, right? I could break it up, send 2 scents this month, 2 scents that month. Here's the deal. Easter's coming. So do you not send samples of that? The Mother's Day collection's coming. The Father's Day collection's coming. Spring breaks are coming. Like, there's a lot of different scents that you can send samples of. So you got to get to a point where you got to figure out what you want to wax sample and what you don't, right? And who gets it and who doesn't. I send out over 150 to 170 monthly mailers. That is a lot of flipping wax samples for me to do. It truly, truly is. So I do the stickers and my customers love them. So they will get this. They will get this. They are going to get a product sheet. All folded up. Product sheet lists every product in the catalog. All of your warmers are on here with the names and the prices, right? Your accessories, your stands, your bulbs, your Scentsy Go's, your mini fans, your wall fans, body, clean, laundry, all of the new licensed stuff. Every single new scent. The only thing it doesn't have is it doesn't say, well, this comes in laundry and this comes in body, and it doesn't have scent descriptions. But otherwise, they have a whole entire catalog in their hand, right? And that stuff that they don't have the information on, guess what they're going to do? They're going to ask you, and guess what that does? That starts a conversation, and guess what that conversation does? That conversation can start talking about possibly doing a party or even joining, right? But that's where that customer service comes in because they're going to ask you because they don't like, oh my gosh, what comes in the laundry this season? That's when you can start having a conversation about it, right? But if you give them everything, there's no reason for them to talk to you. There's no reason for you to create a relationship with them, because you just gave them all the information. Makes sense? So they're going to get all of this. It is going to fit. See, I'm going to work on these tonight. In what is called, I think, a number 10 envelope. It will all fit in here. Nice and neat. And then some people will get, I have a method to that. Some people will get a scent and warmer of the month brochure, and that will fit in there. And again, paper thin. Paper thin. Some people will get a sticker sample of the scent of the month, and some people will get a wax sample of the scent of the month. And that will get attached to this right here in this spot. The sticker will either fit right there, or the wax sample will fit right there. So that is something that I do I do a monthly mailer every month, but I do this every catalog season. And my goal is to always get it in their hands before the catalog starts, so I can start having that conversation with them, so that they can ask me questions, so that they can ask to see real pictures, and so that I can have 500 PRV on the first. It's just facts. I'm not saying it to gloat. I'm not saying it to be cocky. That is my plan, and that is always my sales goal. If your mailer goes out late, not including any of this catalog stuff, if your monthly mailer, if you create it, say on the 20th, all right, you created it, you printed it out, but you didn't mail it out until the 5th, what if that warmer of the month is sold out? Now you look kind of dumb. Well, I mailed you this stuff that's not available anymore, right? So your goal should always be to have these in people's hands before the stuff is available, before the Easter collection is available, before the warmer of the month is available, so that they can see this stuff and they can pre-order. So that's how you create that pre-order list. That's how you create that PRV ahead of time. Hopefully that is making sense. That's why I will have these out no later than Tuesday. They will be in people's hands Wednesday or Thursday, so that they can start getting me their list by Friday and Saturday. And then on the 1st, I will have a stockpile ready to go. And my customers know, no matter what, I will always get up on the 1st and place their orders for them. I already have orders coming in now for stuff. So that is what I do. Again, none of this is mandatory. You have to do what works in your business. Take some of the stuff that I do and make it work for yours. You know, if doing a sticker sheet is not in your wheelhouse, then don't do it. Put them on a piece of freaking postcard and send it in a postcard, right? You know, if you're like, I can't create something in Canva, I don't know how to create a wrap card, I don't know how to do this, you have options. A, you learn. B, you go in the Canva group and you find somebody else's and you tweak it and use theirs. But if that is too difficult, you put it on a postcard. You print it off on a sheet of paper. Cut a piece of paper in 3 sections, right? Use Word and type at the top, new scents, and send it out, right? Where there's a will, there's a way. If you want to get these scents out into people's hands, figure out a way to make it work. If not sending all of them is in what you want to do, then don't. If you want to break it up and to this month I send these 5 and next month I send these 5, then do that. All right? But people are more likely to purchase from you if they can smell it. Yes. Is it hard to get all of our scents in people's hands? 100%. We have customers all across the United States. I can't meet with them all, but I can send them stickers, right? And that's better than nothing. That's absolutely better than nothing. It's easier on my budget. It's a 1 stamp mailer. You know, I don't send samples out willy-nilly. The only people who get samples from me are customers who have paid their dues, per se, you know? So again, what I do is not what you have to do. I am just giving you suggestions, and this is how I do things, and this is how I have done things. It's not the right way. It's not the wrong way. It's not the gospel. Figure out what works for you. And if you don't know what works for you, don't try to do all the things. You know, maybe just have your monthly mailer on the front and then the stickers on the back, so it's only 1 sheet of paper, right? Figure out what works for you. Take pieces of what I do, pieces of what Jennifer does, pieces of what Yasha does. Take pieces from other people and make your own puzzle picture, okay? If you have questions, you want to brainstorm, let me know. But yeah, you should be in the point right now in your transition month where you are transitioning to the new month, where you're going to start showing that new catalog. You're going to start showing that March warmer of the month. You're going to start get your list together for things that are going to be available, because you want to start that pre-order list. Your goal should always be to have at least, depending on what your PRV is normally, you should at least always have some PRV on the first. That should always be your goal. It's not always going to happen. Mine is a 500. Mine is always 500 on the first is my goal, with 1,000 by the 5th, 2,000 by the 15th. And February is always rough because it feels like the 15th and then it's the end of the month. So if you have questions, ask. It's very simple. I'm not a mind reader. I tell you guys that all the time. I do not know what questions you have if you don't ask me. I do not know what you're struggling on if you do not ask me. I do not know what I can help you on if you don't ask me, right? Otherwise, I'm guessing. So never feel bad about reaching out. Shoot me a text. Shoot me a Facebook message. Amber, I need help with this. And I will love to help you. But I can't help you if I don't know. All right? Have a good rest of your Monday evening. I'm going to sit and watch TV and stuff envelopes.